What is up, Code Ninjas? This is Mr. Hicks for part 2 of Project 7.03 on styling a web page. So let's take a look. Our first web page, we basically just learned how to get text on the screen, make headings, paragraphs, and do hyperlinks to other pages. In this second web page, we learned how to get images on our page, pictures. So we could link to an image on the web or download a picture from the web and put it in our project. And then this project, we are styling a web page with color and fonts and that type of thing. So that's what we want to look at. Here is the page before it's been styled. So I have my heading about Avengers, heading 1. Let me get rid of that quote there. Heading 2, Captain America. Another heading 2, Iron Man. And here I got a paragraph about Captain America on the web. And I have an image for Captain America. Notice the image is cap.jpg, and it's in the images folder. So that's right over here. And there's the image I got. And then notice surrounding the image tag, I have an anchor tag, the A tag, with a hyperlink reference, href, to the Wikipedia page. So let's take a look and see what it looks like when it's not styled. So there is the web page. Let me go up to the upper right, open in a new tab, and there it is, unstyled. So notice the heading 1 is a little bit bigger than heading 2. They're in black and white. There's my hyperlink, and here is the styled version. So then let's look at it first. So here it is, the same text. Let me get a little bit bigger. So the exact same text, just notice the different font for the paragraph. This is actually, I styled the hyperlink, so there's no underline. Heading 1, notice, is in red actually. Here's heading 1, and it's got a white background. Heading 2, Captain America and Iron Man are styled in a navy color. And notice the background is light blue. So here's the unstyled version, and here is the styled version. Notice I also shrunk Captain America, the image. So let's take a look at, this is called inline styling. So for the body, the background, I added this styling right here, style background. And this is a color I got off the HTML colors page. And let's take a look at that link. So off lesson 7.03, there are some links to some colors. So here's where I got some of those colors. So I went to Color Picker, and I picked a nice shade of blue and then got a little bit lighter. So over here, I can pick one of these codes for these different shades of blue. Okay, so there's the unstyled version. For the H1, where it says Avengers, up here on the upper right, notice the background color of that H1 is white, and the color is crimson, which is that red there. And the font is actually Arial. So Arial is a nice font for headings. For H2, I styled it in midnight blue. So that's where it says Captain America and Iron Man. Also Arial, but I made it italic. So it has a slight slant to it. Okay, the paragraph for the text, it is styled in a font family called Fantasy. So in this lesson 7.03, there are different font families you can use for different effects. And in this document, let me zoom in a little bit. You can see the different font families that are built into HTML. Later on, when we learn CSS, you can actually import fonts into your website and go with any font you want, but for basic web pages, you kind of have to pick from these different families. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, the notice the hyperlink for Captain America is styled. So text decoration none means no underline. Font weight bold means a bold font, and red means a red link, and font is Arial. So let's take a look at it. So when I click on regular text, nothing happens. But when I hover over the link, I get the little hand on a Mac, and I click on it, and it is a live link to the Wikipedia page for Captain America. So, okay, so that is that's how you do inline styling. Okay, I just want to show, see how each tag is styled, which is fine. And in the last video, notice I styled the Captain America H2, and I actually copied that and I brought it down here. So that's kind of redundant if you have to do that. There is another tag called style, where you can put all the styles at the top. So that's what I want to show you right now. Okay, so let me, so here's the version that's unstyled. And let's see, that Captain America is really big. So let me get his height equal to 100. Let's see what that looks like. See if he shrinks a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so here's the body of my web page. So within the body, after the body, I want to add a tag called style. And that is where I'm going to put all my styles. Okay, so let me close it. Okay, how does it work? Well, let's take a look at this page that was styled. Notice for my background color for the web page, it's in the body tag. So instead of styling each tag separately, I could put it up in the style tag. So here's how it works. I'm going to copy this background color equals this color here and go over to a style. And here's how it works. You type in the name of the tag body, and then the curly braces, and then you paste in the styling. So notice there's no quotes, there's no style equals. The style is right here. Let's see what happens here. And notice I get my light blue web page. So my my body is styled. Let me go to H1, curly braces, and let me see how I styled H1. So I basically want to copy all this, but no quotes and no style equals. Okay. Notice between each thing I do, there is a semicolon. So I did the background color white, color crimson, font family Arial, and notice that. Oh, notice this page is not centered. Let me add that center tag, which I added in the last video. So center, and here's where the body ends. So I'm going to do center down there. Okay. And let's take a look at the web page. Yeah, no, so everything's centered. Okay. So, so far I haven't saved much because I just had one background to color and one H1, but see how there's two different H2s? This is where it gets really nice. So let me go to H2. So I'm going to style H2. I'm going to style the paragraph. And I'm going to style the anchor tags, which is the hyperlinks. Okay, so how do we style the H2s? I'm going to copy this just to save typing. So I made it midnight blue, Arial, and italic. Copy. So that is H2. And let's run that. And notice both Captain America and Iron Man are styled that way. So I didn't have to like copy and paste in each H2. Every H2 if I had in this page would be styled like that. So if I had, all like 15 Avengers, they'd all be styled like that. All right, let's style the paragraph and the anchor tag, and That will be good. So here's my style. Text decoration, none, which means no underline. Font weight, bold. Color, red, and font family, Arial. So let's do that. And that's actually the anchor tag, I believe. So notice that is styled. And let's take a look at what we did for paragraph. And for paragraph, we just did the font family in that kind of fancy fantasy font family. So there we go. So notice it's kind of a nice way to do it. All my tags are just nice and clean, and all my styling's done up at the top in this style tag. And notice it falls in the body. So everything within the body is styled. And so now it looks just like the other one. So there's kind of a nice way to style a page. Okay. And then I could add more content about Iron Man, etc. So in your project, you should have a couple different categories, some text, some color, some images. Okay, so let's see what we wanted for that. So we wanted everything centered, change your background color, style your heading 1 and 2, style your background color, style your paragraphs, style your H1 and H2, style your anchor tag, and have at least a couple images. Okay. So I just had the Captain America. I can go to the Iron Man and download this image and put it in my website too. Okay, so just in review, from the opening video, I showed you how to do inline styling, which is fine if your web page is small and you only have a few things. If you want to save some time and put all your styling in one place, right here is the style tag, and you do things like this. You put the tag name, notice no angle brackets, and then you have these curly braces like so, and you put the styling within there, separated by semicolons. All right, so onward to project 7.04, where we're going to make an informational web page. Thanks for listening. Goodbye from Mr. Hicks.